Well, it's not so much what I expect him to do. It's what I think he should do is dismiss the case. And that would essentially allow for the opportunity to rebring the case after Trump comes back from being in office in 4 years from now. That could theoretically happen. But the problem is he has immunity, and the case was tainted by evidence regarding immunity. What I think Judge Merchan is going to do is find some path to just stay this case, where it just stays in this position indefinitely. There's other things that he can do. One of the big concerns with that is the fact that we're post-verdict right now, and that means that the court actually has some degree of control. There's conditions of release, they call it, on President Trump. That, I think, violates the supremacy clause. While a president is in office, a judge in New York City should not have control over gagging him or having him report to parole officers. So
I'm sorry, Andrew, but this is all legalistic stuff. As far as I'm concerned, these people have trashed the judicial reputation of New York City. You probably can't go that far, but that's the way I think.
Well, they're trying to clean up a mess, and we see garbage on the streets in New York all the time. And so I think that Alvin Bragg and Judge Merchan are trying to find some path to maintain the reputation in this case. But this case was garbage when it started, I think, as many legal experts see it, and I certainly see it that way.
The Georgia Appeals Court has cancelled the oral arguments in Trump's election interference case. Trump and his team were going to try to disqualify District Attorney Fani Willis. Okay, what happens next in Georgia?
Well, this was very curious. It came out of nowhere, this pausing of the Georgia case. We have to remember there's also many other co-defendants who have this pending case as well. So what's the idea of what the Georgia court is doing? I think that they're signaling that they have had enough of this case. Maybe they don't want to hear the oral arguments, and they're ready to make a decision. That would be my guess, is that they're ready to find in favor of Trump and the rest of the defendants. Otherwise, they would have given them their day in court. We have to wait to see if there's going to be a decision that's published without oral argument, or if they're going to send this back down to the lower court for some sort of further fact-finding or further legal mechanism procedure.
Essentially, Donald Trump, the president-elect, does not face any legal threat. Am I right? That's it.
He faces, I think, for the time that he's in office, no criminal legal threat. He has some of those civil cases that are out there, the E. Jean Carroll case, as well as the Letitia James case. How those are dealt with. Civil cases, a president can be a little bit more involved in than a criminal case, according to the Supreme Court. But I think that is all according to what he wants to do. If he wants those cases to be heard and push those, I think they can move forward. Otherwise, everything's on pause until he's out of office for the most part.
And lawfare failed dramatically.
We'll see if they find a new way to attack him. But for now, all of these efforts, I think he has been victorious on all fronts.
Andrew Cherkasky, thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate it, sir. Thank you.